And we work in the area of consumer taste, but we don't make chai. Now, most startups are interesting when you look at from the founder's journey, and it's also interesting in Crayon data perspective. We are a big data analytics firm headquartered in Singapore with a center in Chennai, but the genesis started in Colombo. On a trip to Colombo, on invitation of Rajan Anandan of Google, I met my co-founder, whom I know anyway, but the conversation picked up, and we closed the loop with another founder in Singapore. And we just started this company with a very right-brain thinking model, as opposed to a lot of left-brain startups we are used to. We just believed in two things. One, the consumer preferences are based on what is intrinsic to what we call consumer taste. And taste as a domain is actually category independent. It doesn't matter what product it is, but you have an inherent taste which doesn't change by category. That was some kind of a belief and a principle. For those people who are interested in academics, you can choose, you can maybe read a book like Sheena's Art of Choosing or Paradox of Choice by Barry Schwartz. The second one we believed, and we think we are right, is that most of the insights of a consumer stay outside the enterprise. With these two assumptions, we started a firm, and I got involved actually to do an outsourced product development in India. That is the reason why I am based out of Bangalore, while everyone else is actually based outside of India. It took me maybe less than 3 months to realize that you can't really make an OPD work if you are trying to do something very drastically different. So actually, I built the engineering team in Chennai and Singapore, and we have a very, what we call a popular exotic asset called Taste Graph, which actually drives all our recommendation engines. We are classified as a market analytics firm using big data in a SaaS model, and we work with banks, credit cards in specific, hotels, hospitality in general, airlines, and media and retail. So we are actually cross-domain in that sense. And we have a very fairly distributed teams, which is one of the interesting things to look at from a startup angle. My chief data scientist is a Russian mathematician out of Bay Area. My chief architect is a PhD in computer science, a Chinese lady in Singapore. And we have people from various nationalities, and I work remotely from Bangalore. We also have an interesting set of investors, just to complete the loop. We are invested by Singapore government, along with Mitsui of Japan, and Ratan Tata. So we have an eclectic mix of investors and a slightly different set of, I would say, customer segments. And I would call myself a 60% right brain and 40% left brain startup. And we're also a middle-aged startup. Most of us work 30 years in the industry. So I would say maybe we don't qualify for a garage, but we did start in a hotel in that sense. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, IVK. So, now we come to the true manufacturing startup here, right? And so I'm going to ask Kiran to tell us a little bit about what Ntrip does and, where you all are headed.
Thanks, Ravi. It's been an honor here sitting in front of you to talk about my 6-year-old startup. I started Ntrip with a vision to doing something related to software and manufacturing. So I come with a strong software background, but always been fascinated with manufacturing. So I said, how can I combine these two to help Indian manufacturers? That was the genesis of the seed for Ntrip when it started out. What ShopWorks, that's the name of our product, does is essentially similar to what they do for a human being or a heart. We do the same thing for a shop floor and machines. So we connect to machines, gather data, run analytics, and help improve productivity and efficiency on the shop floor. The journey has been interesting to say the least. I would say we are slightly different in that we haven't taken funding, we are self-funded, and we've got more than 20 plus customers, 40 plus deployments. Proud to say that all our customers are manufacturing customers in India, so we're completely 100% India. So the interesting question would be, are you making money? Yes. What we've over the last couple of years, people have started paying for software. That used to be a challenge early on. And our vision is essentially get new age IT to the shop floor. We feel that the Indian manufacturing shop floor is very underserved. huge opportunity. We are such a strong software powerhouse. Why aren't we doing more for the manufacturing shop floor? And that's what we're doing. Thanks.
Thank you. Industrial IoT and industrial software, intelligent software that drives manufacturing will have a fantastic future.
Yes, it's it's got multiple names these days: Industry 4.0, digital manufacturing, software-defined manufacturing, and this is what's going to help companies stay competitive from India. I mean, that's the difference.
Absolutely. Thank you. So, next up is